So the League of Nations is supposed to keep international peace. Germany and Eastern Europe are going to be zones that they're going to talk about. Germany is going to be divided. Eastern Europe is supposed to be allowed to have free elections. What that means with free elections is that if a country in Eastern Europe wants to have a democracy, then they're supposed to be able to vote and say whether they want a democracy. If they want to be a communist nation, then they're supposed to be able to vote and they can be a communist nation. So Stalin is agreeing to all this. He's agreeing to help us in Japan. He's agreeing to help out with the United Nations, that he's going to join it. He agrees that Germany is going to be divided and that Eastern Europe will have free elections. The Yalta Conference is something that he is going to go ahead and basically ignore. So the stuff that he agrees to do here, he is not going to actually do when it comes to the free elections in Eastern Europe. So if he allowed free elections, if a communist country that has gone into Eastern Europe, because he's had to go into Eastern Europe and to get into Germany, he's gone through all these countries, Poland, Czechoslovakia, Yugoslavia, all these places, if he actually allows them to have free elections, then there is a chance that they're going to go ahead and become democracies. And if you're Joseph Stalin and you want communism to spread, because that is the point of communism, is to spread, is to cause the worldwide revolution, you know, a communist revolution all over, that is a very scary notion if you're going to allow them to have free elections. So that's not going to work for him. But he agrees to do it anyway. You know, yes, I'll do it. Of course he's not going to do it. So at the Potsdam Conference, July 1945, FDR is dead. And so Truman is now at this conference. So you have Truman, Churchill, and Stalin. And Truman doesn't like Stalin. He doesn't trust him. We have the atomic bomb being built. We have all that stuff. And so Truman is less willing to defer to Stalin's concern. Like, he is not willing to actually budge on things. Truman is very much a hardliner on communism. He does not like it. So Truman demands free elections in Eastern Europe. He says, we are going to have them. Stalin says free elections are anti-Soviet. I mean, and he's right, because if you allow these people to vote on whether they want democracy or whether they want communism, they're going to go for democracy. The West is going to see a worldwide communist expansion conspiracy theory, and so the U.S. is going to go through the second Red Scare, the second communist scare, and this one's a little bit more far-reaching, a little bit more crazy than the first Red Scare post-World War I. And the Soviets are going to say that the West, the United States, are warmongering imperialists. They're going to say that we're industrialists, we're fat cats, we're capitalists who want to take over the world economically. And they, the Soviet Union, will save the world from the imperialists. You know, that's just what they say. So in March 1946, Winston Churchill has been voted out. He's no longer the Prime Minister of Britain. He's going to come here to the United States, and he gives this speech. It's called The Iron Curtain. And so he says, an iron curtain has descended upon Europe. And what he means is not a real curtain. He's saying that there is this division in Europe between the Eastern European countries who are now communist. They're under the Soviet control. And then there's the Western European countries who are democracy, the free countries, right? So West Europe is democracies, East Europe is communist with the Soviet Union. So all the countries that fall behind that curtain to the east are going to be communist or red countries. And all the countries west of it are going to be democracies and peace-loving countries.